What's up guys, CJ here, and welcome back to another all-new Blade Runner video, and today we've got a real treat for you guys. As in honor of Blade Runner's 35th anniversary, this Sunday, Entertainment Weekly has released some exclusive footage from Blade Runner 2049. It's a pretty good mix of stuff we had seen from the first full-length trailer, but also with some behind-the-scenes footage, interviews, and completely new shots we've never seen before, including some cool Easter eggs that we'd speculated about but hadn't confirmed yet. The exclusive footage opens with a new clip expanding upon a scene we've actually seen a few times in both trailers, as Officer K starts a holographic jukebox which plays Frank Sinatra's One for My Baby and One More for the Road. The song plays while we see more scenes of K walking through that abandoned casino, which we now know is where Deckard is living and hiding out, and it looks like that jukebox is in Deckard's room, which is where that conversation at gunpoint happens, which we see again in this footage. A later shot, almost at the end of the trailer, seems to be the end of that conversation. As we speculated in the earlier breakdown, it looks like someone followed K to Deckard's hideout in the desert, as Deckard asks the younger Blade Runner who he brought, to which K responds, "No one." A few seconds later in the footage, we see another angle on a shot previously seen in the full-length trailer, as Deckard, who we can now tell is in handcuffs, is being transported by Sylvia Hoek's character. When Deckard asks where they're going, Hoek's responds, "Home," which would seemingly mean the Tyrell Corporation's Pyramid headquarters, as Hoek's character is Jared Leto's henchman and seeming right-hand woman. Her choice of words there is really intriguing to me, as it might be home for her if she's a replicant that was made there or if she works there, but it wouldn't be for Deckard, unless of course he's also a replicant. We know Ridley Scott believes it, but whether you subscribe to that theory or not, I've said in the last few breakdowns we've done for Blade Runner 2049, I really believe this film is definitively going to answer that burning question. Is Deckard a replicant once and for all? There's a later clip in the footage of an interview with Ridley where he confesses the original was actually meant to be a standalone film, but admits there's always more to explore than what you can show in just a 2-hour runtime. And could he have also been talking about Deckard's replicant status there? We'll just have to wait and see. A few more shots around are establishing previously seen scenes from the trailer, including a new angle on the LAPD building and Ana de Armas' character Joyce standing in the rain, and another shot of Deckard may be connected to that gunfight Gosling and Sylvia Hoeks have outside that car in the rain. Thanks to the interviews interspersed, we now officially know for sure that Leto's character is named Wallace, something that had been reported since CinemaCon but had never officially been confirmed or listed anywhere. Another behind-the-scenes look shows off a really devastated and almost seemingly destroyed area, even more than the grim and gray look that the world of Blade Runner already usually has. Shortly thereafter, we get a first look at Lenny James' character, and it looks like he might be homeless or living in a refugee compound or shelter somewhere, just judging by his surroundings, what he's wearing, and the amount of similarly dressed people around him. So I'm curious if this shot and that previous shot that I mentioned might be connected. One of the most interesting scenes to me in the full trailer was that we actually got to see a replicant being born, and thanks to this new footage, it looks like we might get to see even more of that process. We see a person that looks like they're dressed as a lab tech inserting a strange orb into a machine, and then in the very next shot, what looks like a 3D printed or holographic render of a face, so potentially that orb was some kind of genetic template or design for the replicant, and this machine is just building it out. But the biggest moment of the trailer comes in one of those shots that expands on a scene we'd already seen, as Sylvia Hoek's character leads Officer K through the Tyrell Pyramid past bodies in glass cases. As many of us had speculated, it definitely looks like those are replicant models, and we get a confirmation of that. As K passes one of the tanks, we see a label saying Nexus 08 Prototype Alpha 1. Beyond simply confirming that those were replicants, this also confirms that the Tyrell Corporation has continued making new replicant models beyond the Nexus 6 that we saw in the first Blade Runner. It's also interesting to me that it's listed as 08. I'm kind of curious if they just planned ahead or if they've already reached the double digits by the time of this movie. I mean, could we see Nexus 10 or 12 or 14 in this film? There were so many amazing new shots in this footage. Be sure to check it out at the link below. And if you're a fan of the film and that universe, the interviews and behind-the-scenes shots are also a really cool look into the mindset of some of the people behind the project. So I think this is definitely worth, 5 minutes of your time to look at. That's gonna do it for me here though. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider turning on your notifications to be alerted every time we upload a new video. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.